Oh, geez. Okay. Hi, Max. Oh. Max.
Hey, we're not live yet, are we?
Okay. I think you might be quiet. Can you give me uno momento? Can you say something real quick?
Are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live. I just started.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second to open up the funny. Okay, there we go. All right. So, is topic 1 time?
Well, we
What?
didn't do the intro. What
Yeah,
the
we have
heck
to
are
do the
you
intro. I
doing?
can't be, too.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
No.
It's Max here in Logan today. We are back for the NARAS Weekly Podcast. We're sorry that it's been a while. We've all just been busy. It's been about 3 weeks since we've had the last podcast, so it's good to be back. We're very excited for this week's podcast, so hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video. It means a lot to us as we're on the road to 100 subscribers here on the NARAS Productions channel. So if you guys like it, just subscribe, and it means a lot to us.
All right. Well, we have a lot of stuff to catch up on. I don't know when the last podcast was.
After Atlanta, so
After Atlanta. So we have. Oh, jeez.
we have 3.
I think we have 4.
We have 4 races
Yeah.
to
Kansas, Gateway,
just
Darlington. No, we have 5. Gateway,
Kansas.
Darlington,
No,
Rockingham, and Bristol.
no. Kansas, Nashville, Darlington.
Oh, that's right.
Rockingham.
Nashville.
So I think for those 4, we can just do the winners, and then
Yeah.
Bristol we can dive deep into. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. So race 3 at Kansas, it was won by y'all's boy Slavic. Slavic did really good that race. He dominated pretty well. Was a hard battle for myself to keep up with him, but eventually Slavic got the dub. And then Nashville was Thunder. Thunder and all the Fords were really dominant at Nashville. It was good to see some Ford Thunder, I guess you could say, up front.
Now at Nashville, Thunder did lock himself in, but he has since then left. So that opened.
But we
the
will
playoff
get to that
spot back
later.
Up. Yes.
We will cover that later, just let you guys know. Darlington was won by BMX. It was a very tough battle between, I'm pretty sure it was BMX and Gecko. You guys probably watched the race, so you kind of understand what's all going on, because I'm pretty sure Kansas is the only one that wasn't recorded. Let me check here real quick, but I'm pretty sure Kansas was the only race since post-Atlanta that was not recorded.
Nashville might not have been as well, but I'm not sure on that.
Let me take a look here.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Yeah, so take a look here right now on the NARAS Productions YouTube channel. So Daytona was recorded, Kansas wasn't, and then every race has been recorded since Nashville. So everybody saw the Nashville race, Darlington, Rockingham, and everybody saw Bristol. So with Bristol, oh wait, I skipped Rockingham and Darlington. So Darlington was won by BMX. BMX had a very good battle. I'm pretty sure it was with, like I was saying earlier,
Gecko probably.
Gecko and BMX are hard. And then Rockingham, we'll get into this later in the video, but
Big fun.
Howie.
Nobody
expected Howie to take the dub at Rockingham. Nobody expected it all. I didn't expect it. Logan didn't expect it.
I definitely didn't.
Jen sure as hell didn't expect it. Nobody expected it, but Howie was just strong in it. He was like, I'm winning. And so Howie went for the win. But now Bristol is now where we get back into the actual topic of this video for the Bristol recap. Yes. We are caught up.
We're caught up. We go. That took not as long as I thought it would.
Oh, not at all.
This might be shorter than I expected.
But Bristol, very good race. Logan and I, not trying to be biased, it's just straight facts. Logan and I were very dominant there, especially with Gecko. We were the main 3 kind of leading the entire race, battling, going at it. You guys probably saw the video by now.
I hope so. It was a good race.
Bristol was a very good race. It was weird because it wasn't your average Bristol. It felt stretched out more.
Yeah, it did feel, the track did feel a bit big.
Yeah.
Like,
And really wasn't much to it besides just big track, you know? It's like, that's really about it. And then, do you have any more comments to say about Bristol?
I like Bristol now. Very unbiased opinion. I like Bristol. It
I
was a good
agree, too.
race. There
This
was
is
a lot
very
of
fun.
yeah. The thing about Bristol with having as many people as we did, you could kind of get screwed and still come back and do really well in the race. If you could run your line right, and that saved me a few times because I'd gotten. I don't know if you had this. How many did you get shuffled back? Many times, or was that just me?
I dropped back. I think it was like maybe once.
I think you
But it
dropped back
wasn't
like
too
early
far
at the
back.
beginning, and then we were just kind of up there the whole time.
Yeah.
I dropped back more times than I
But
should have.
no. I agree, too. But anyway, moving on. NARAS officials have announced that due to unforeseen circumstances, Daytona will not be ran this weekend on Sunday the 4th. It is instead moved up to Sunday the 11th, and it will become a remembrance race to honor the remembrance of 9/11. So that's just kind of something that the NARAS officials wanted us to cover, was the Daytona race will be ran on 9/11, and it will be a tribute remembrance race.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Logan.
do we even say the winner of Bristol?
Oh, you won Bristol.
I won
I
Bristol.
thought we already said it.
First
But no, you
sweep
won
since I
Bristol.
believe Nashville of season 30, correct? You won
No, I won Nashville season 30.
I know, I'm saying first sweep since then, correct?
What do you mean sweep?
Winning all stages.
Oh, yeah.
You won
definitely.
stages 1, 2, and 3 in Nashville in season 30.
Yeah, this was the first LM sweep since season 30.
Yeah, or just sweep in
So
general,
good
I
shit.
think.
Well, we'll take a look back on that later.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But
Well, the issue is there's not many races in season 31 that you can call. So
yeah. So, unfortunately, no, not unfortunately. Well, yes, unfortunately, this is very biased, but picks for Daytona, I don't really know who could get pole. I can see maybe Howie getting it with the momentum he's had recently after
Howie
winning
does have
Rockingham.
momentum, but I don't know. It's Daytona, so you don't know. Some drivers might do really well, some drivers might
Exactly.
not. I mean, Cody Ware finished 6th, so.
But but my
He could've
pick to win
finished
Daytona,
third.
pretty biased. It's myself.
Yeah.
I know it's very biased. People will be like, "Oh, you know, it's biased. You're picking yourself to win the race." But I'm sitting here like, I had a pretty good running in the 500. You know, I'm urging to get that second win. You know, trying to go for this record here, and I feel like Daytona is the good place to kind of pick back up because we're kind of in like a Harvick state, except we already won a race. Because it's been painful coming up second quite a few of these past few races, you know, just waiting to get that second win of the season, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Logan, who's your pick?
Am I allowed to have? I'm gonna do 3 picks, just because that was my original plan anyway. So my 3 picks are me, because I'd run really solid in the Daytona 500. You, because obviously you won the Daytona 500 and you were up with me most of the time. And then my third one, I was gonna say Patrick, but he didn't actually do that well in the Daytona 500. Legends was up there a little bit, but I don't know if he'll show up. Rona's in a must-win situation, so I don't know how he'll do. Howie is possible, but I really think that Gecko has a chance of winning it. I think it'll be one of the LM guys, being you or me, but I do think Gecko could worm his way in there, since he's been kind of the one challenging
Oh, yeah, of course.
us the whole season. So that's my 3.
Also, before I agree with that. I agree with you. Those are very good picks. I can see all 3 of those outcomes happening. Before we move on to playoff predictions, this is just an announcement. After Bristol, after the horrible race we had at Rockingham, Max, including myself, and the number 24 team have locked up the regular season championship.
Yes.
So that slingshots me into the playoffs even further than what I had expected, which is always good, you know. And that's really about it. So now moving on to topic number 5. Playoff predictions. Now, this is where we get really crazy with it because, Daytona, always a very fun and can be a very hectic regular season finale, So, personally, with looking at how the playoffs are, with you first, because you have 2 wins, myself
I'm winning
second,
the playoffs. Let's go.
Slavic third, BMX fourth, Howie fifth, Gecko sixth, who's locked, and Loading, who is locked. We have 1 spot left.
Do you think that
Right now,
anyone can
Patrick has it.
Do you think anyone will overtake Patrick?
Honestly, I'm not trying to be mean because Josh is our teammate, but I don't see him overtaking Patrick, honestly, unless Patrick is a no.
Josh has been gone a lot recently.
Josh has missed so many races, it's kind of pushed him out of the playoffs.
And even at Daytona and Atlanta, he was just kind of our 4th guy.
Exactly.
He didn't do
and
as
so
much
honestly,
as we'd hoped.
You ask me, I think Patrick's going to be the last guy in the playoffs, and as I read it off, that will be our playoff grid for the 33rd season there. I mean,
I agree. You mean
it's
32nd?
mean. I get it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's like I get it that it's mean because I'm sitting here shit talking a teammate. Like he's just missed so much.
He's not here to see it. He's like the new Howie.
He just exactly, and like I just don't expect Josh to make it to the playoffs this year.
Unless he can finish third every stage, and Patrick's not there, I don't see him winning or getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
I
don't really see Rona doing it either. He's decent on points. He's currently sitting 11th. But I don't see him, catching up to Patrick. He's just so far back. So if Patrick doesn't show and Rona almost sweeps the whole weekend, he has a chance. But the second Patrick shows up, it's a must-win situation for him.
I understand that. And, I don't see Legends or Dusty or Radiant making it into the playoffs.
Dusty is currently banned, so he will not make Daytona. He's a 2-race ban.
He is suspended for 2 races. We'll cover that real quick. Basically, Dusty made a group that we're not going to talk about, but basically, Dusty made a bad group. He got a 100-point deduction and a 2-race suspension, so he will miss Daytona and the first round of the playoffs.
Was that before Bristol or after Bristol?
After Bristol, so he will miss Daytona and Charlotte. So
but
the first two
races. I think he had already lost all playoff hopes anyway. He's already 141 points below the cut line. So his season is pretty much over since he's suspended for the next 2 races, and so he can't win to lock, and he's behind on points.
He can still go for the Owners' Championship.
He can go for but that's not going to happen because he has a solid 137 points, and LM has 1,529.
Are you Anonymous Ferret?
I must be. I'm the other guy on the points.
What am I? What does it say I am? I'm interested.
I don't know. It's loading. Anonymous Skunk.
Oh, damn.
Mine is better. Yeah, but I see, I see the same top 8 you do. And is playoffs 8-6-4 or is it just straight up 8-4?
8-6-4.
Who do you see getting eliminated first?
I gotta go with Patrick and Loading. I mean, those two are the last 2 in, and I can see Howie and Gecko making it, and then obviously you, myself, Slavic, and BMX, all 4 of us will make it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Unless something bad happens to BMX.
I think the first 2 out. Yeah, I think the first if everybody shows up, I think the first 2 out are either Patrick and Howie or Patrick and Loading. If everyone shows up, that's my guess. So I think I want to say the top 6 is me, you, Slavic, BMX, Gecko, Loading. Because I feel like on most days, if Loading shows up, he's near or better than Howie.
Yeah. But
which I hate to say it, but it's just what it looks like.
I completely agree with you. But anyway, moving on. We already kind of covered it. Daytona,
well, do you want to do round of 4 predictions?
I think we should save that until we get deeper into the playoffs. You know,
Okay.
because I mean, we already kind of did them preseason.
Yeah, but now we're a bit
So I mean, if we
closer,
had
so I was
like
thinking maybe.
prepared,
Yeah.
but anyway, moving on. Unfortunately, we
I
already
think we
covered
said
this
this
earlier, so
already.
this will just be
Daytona is
brief.
pushed back to
Uh,
next weekend.
Yeah, Daytona's pushed back to 9/11. We already covered that. Now, the state of the LM teamwork. That is a very good topic to get into.
Especially after Bristol.
And exactly. I think we're doing great. You ask me, you and I are doing fantastic.
Yeah, so we're working together when we need to, but we'll battle if we can.
Oh, of course, like a Bristol, you and I are going back and forth
Yeah,
for most of that race.
So we're rivals, but we're like friendly rivals.
Exactly, like
we're fighting each other, but in a good way. And we do have a part-time driver running Daytona, which can also boost us, like Sup did at the 500. That being Addercoro, who will be running the 25. So that could be a driver that also pushes us forward, and he may even win the race, because if he does that, that will get that last spot to points instead of who wins, guaranteed if he wins that. So
exactly. And you ask me, personally, I think we're doing fine. You know,
I think we're doing fine. We're definitely, there are times where we're battling a bit harder or a bit longer than we need to. Like Bristol, we'd battled, Gecko had caught up, and that kind of screwed us a little bit.
Yeah, but
I mean, we still recovered, and I feel like we didn't really work together as much, especially that there was one in stage 2 where you and Rona were side by side, and I was behind you, and I dove under you, going into the turn. I don't know if you remember that. I'll send you a clip later. But like, it looks really cool in the stream, but there was a chance for me to push you, but I was so worried about gaining position that I didn't even think about it. And Daytona, hopefully that'll change, obviously, because Daytona's much more of a teamwork track than a skill track. I guess skill track with how good you are with your teammate. But I think LM should have a pretty similar performance to what they did at the 500, hopefully. Obviously, the setups are a bit different because we should hopefully have the track fixed now, and it won't take 4 hours. So, yeah.
But honestly, that covered the topic. Unless there's something else you want to add to it, I'd say that pretty much covered the topic.
Yeah. Did we do 7.5?
No, I'm getting to that now.
Okay.
So, 7.5, Matthew, Slinky, Thunder, and Zombie, those 4, have all left due to some issues that were going on in the league. We're not getting into it. But basically, those 4
just them putting
left.
stuff in general chat and people not reading it because everyone is typing in general chat?
Yeah.
And then they were mad that we did the same race as Daytona.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it, but that was basically the issue. I don't want to get too deep into it, but
I don't think they had any issues with the drivers. They just were kind of mad that they weren't being heard, and this is due to just where they had put their suggestions, where they had put, their issues. And but
and now
topic 8,
the topic I've been waiting for.
We get to do the fun stuff now.
Yeah, all the fun stuff. We got through all the boring stuff. Now it's time for the fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
So basically, after Howie's performance, nobody expected this. Howie and I have had drama for the longest time. We're through that, and Wiesner Motorsports is coming back in season 33, and we are signing Howie to the number 94 Chevy Camaro Z01 Winter League full time, sponsored by Aaron's and Allegiant. Those are the 2 sponsors that have signed on so far for Howie. So it'll be good.
Will probably end up coming.
Oh, of course, more will join as we go along. But at the moment, Allegiant and
really early in the
Aaron's are the main 2 that have signed on for that number 94 car. And I'm really proud of Howie. As I told him, I am really, really proud of Howie. We're just
he did really good at
Rockingham. So proud of him. Oh yeah, Howie did really good at Rockingham. I'm so proud of him. He's gotten a lot better as a race car driver, and that's why we signed him. Exactly.
It's crazy. He actually ran a race.
I know.
So,
but anyway, now we get into even more of the fun stuff.
Topic 9, where I get to
Yeah.
talk about it this time.
I mean, if you want to go all in and just leave me out of it, go ahead, dude.
No, you can
Because
join.
both of us really made the decision. We just had Jennifer.
Well, all three of us did. But obviously,
yeah, but
Jen's
it was
not here
you
right
and I
now.
had the idea.
Yeah. To bring in BMX and Slavic, who currently own SBR. SBR will shut down or kind of merge with LM at the end of this season. They will be moving into the 24 and the 5. And they're bringing over some of their sponsors. We're keeping them in a Chevy. They'll race for us next season. Rona, it will not make it next season due to conflict, and we're dropping Josh due to his performance and how little he's kind of showed up the second half of the season.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So BMX and Slavic have both done really well this year, and I think they could be really good on LM. So we talked with Jen about it, and we made the decision to bring them on, and it might be one of the better choices that we've done.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad to bring these two on. They've been really dominant this season. They're winners as rookies, It's always good to bring in rookie winners, and so I'm just glad to have them on the team.
Yeah.
But any other statement?
Look forward to racing with them. Going to be weird seeing them in our numbers instead of the 33 and 32, but
I agree, but I completely agree. Anyway, LM number change. So basically, the lineup we have for next season, and we'll explain the number change in a minute, but the lineup we have is Slavic will pilot the number 5 Chevy. I will drive the number 9 Chevy, going back to one of my most famous numbers in NARAS, besides the 3.
No, I'm kidding.
BMX will drive the number 24. Logan is moving to the number 25 full
Which was
time.
brought... You want to know something crazy? The 25 was brought over when Stays Run and LM merged at the end of season 30.
And created L&L Motorsports.
Yeah, when we made L&L. The 25 was our part-time car, and then this year we ran the 88 for Daytona, retired the number, I believe, and then so now the 25 is our part-time, and next season we're going to move the 48 to our part-time car, and the 25 is going to become the 4th full-time car, which I will run, just because that's kind of the number I run for iRacing and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course. And to kind of add on to this, Jen will be driving the number 65, bringing that out of retirement just for him for 2 races, the 500 and Bristol.
And I'm gonna have to be in Bristol because I got a thing to uphold now.
So you're trying to go for a back-to-back season streak, huh?
I hope so. I was gonna do that with Daytona, but they told me to push you. And I thought it was the last season of being on Roblox, and they're like, nah. And I'm like, well, now I've already pushed Max. It's like I could have had it, but
it's not the last season on Roblox, thankfully. I think we'll be here for another season or 2, 3 at most.
I think once we start to get into the iRacing part a bit more, we'll slowly move further into it. The seasons will become longer as we start to, get more funds to do it.
Of course.
So.
And now, the last topic is one that Logan and I have decided for the league because we're co-owners. We are entering a Row Racing League Championship Series. NARAS will be there in the league's United Championship Series. We have myself, Logan, Logan, Slavic, and BMX, basically the full-time cars for season 33
in
of
D1.
NARAS. In D1, we will be piloting the same numbers
that we're running. So the numbers from season 33 will be the same in this League United Championships League series thing. And we will have NARAS on the side, but we will also have our own sponsors, I believe.
Yeah, it'll basically be the NARAS templates that you see in the races. We'll have NARAS on the front banner to represent more, and then we'll have our season 33. We won't have season 33 paint schemes. We're going to save those just for NARAS, but we basically took Lee Motorsports and threw it in there. It is still called LM, but it's not doesn't stand for Lee Motorsports because for copyright reasons, issues like that, it's just Logan
And also
Max.
we haven't gotten Jen into it yet. He's a little bit skeptical due to the owner kind of having a bunch of leagues that make it about a month. But we're hoping it kind of takes off. There's already, I believe, 3 teams registered for this season, which do not have all their drivers yet.
No. And we're personally just waiting for BMX to join, and then we'll be good to go. But
yeah,
that's really it for today. You know, it kind of went by fast, but kind of no offense to Jen. I know he's watching. I'm not trying to stab at him, but kind of just feels like without him here, we kind of just flow through the topics. You know, we don't stay on a topic for too long. And we don't do the funny. Not trying to be mean to Jen. Jen, no offense. We're not trying to be mean. We just kind of float through the topics. But then again, like, I have a feeling he doesn't want to rush the topics. I understand that, but I also don't want to spend like 20 minutes on one topic.
I don't want to spend 20 minutes doing playoff predictions for something I know Max is already going to win. Nah. Once it gets playoff season, I'm not helping you no more. This is mine.
Oh wow, that's how it's gonna be. I need one
now, man. I've been robbed once after I got robbed of season 31.
Well,
and then you got robbed of season 30.
Yeah, going back to Josh a little bit. I mean, incidents happened where NARAS had to shut down. You know, both times. He got 2 championships handed to him just because the league shut down.
They were earned, but they were also off of technicality.
Because like the whole season wasn't ran, but like one time he won the 500, and then he was second in points when issues happened and I had to leave.
Yeah.
So he got that, and then there was season 31 where you won the 500, and then he won at Atlanta, had more points.
Because I wasn't at Atlanta because I was in Daytona. So that happened. But no hard feeling. Well, kind of hard feelings, but we know it's not his fault. But I want that championship this year because Max has already got like I don't know how many. How many you got?
3.
You got 3. That's 3 more than I got.
I need the 4th to tie that record, man.
I need the first one so I can end up on the list. Because I want to end up on the list.
You'll get there eventually. I believe in you. You'll get there eventually.
Hopefully. One day. Once Max retires and I actually have a spot. I remember there was talk with Jen that he wanted to do you, me, Rona, and C Nation. And I was like, I am screwed. I'm the youngest guy here. Like, I have the least experience. But that
okay, I'm being told that apparently Zion won Atlanta. And then that's how
Zion won Atlanta. But
that's
Josh was running
just
second, so
because he's a little upset we did the podcast without him, but
it happens.
It
was a misunderstanding. I thought that he was busy.
I took it as he was busy. Like I took it
that's
as
what I thought.
Busy and
Jen, I'm sorry. I thought you were busy because we were gonna do it Saturday night, and obviously that didn't happen because I just kind of passed out, and it just I guess. For some reason, when he said that he was going to be gone, when he was talking about his car, I thought it meant he's going to be gone like the whole 2 weeks. Apparently not.
I took it too as like I didn't want to bother him because
I didn't know what he'd be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it happens, misunderstanding. Hopefully next time that won't happen. But
of course,
we'll see.
We'll try to make this more frequent again.
I might not be fired. I might be okay.
But no, I mean, I think we had a pretty good episode today. We kind of glazed through everything, But I mean, we caught back up, with everything, and so.
Yeah, see, Jen has that thing where he can like randomly hype stuff up, even if it's like, Howie's going to WM. He's like, and Howie is like, oh, okay, this must be important. I mean, obviously Howie moving to WM is important. I'm just saying he makes it sound more important. At times, just the way he says it.
Well, I'm saying I did a pretty good job.
You did a good job, but I mean, Jen just kind of has that natural kind of ability to hype it up a bit more. So, yeah, it sucked not having Jen on. Obviously, we thought he was gone. Apparently not. But we'll see you guys next time. I have to go do 500 things now. And we will see you guys later. I'm going to actually end the stream this time because last time I forgot to, and it ran for an extra hour, but it didn't do anything. It was so weird. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream.
Thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, I'm going to do the outro real quick.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Logan and I always appreciate it. Again, we're sad that Jen's not here. We didn't mean to do it without him. And so, yeah. So, Jen couldn't be here due to work and stuff. And I mean, I don't blame him. So, when he's working that hard on the roof in this crazy ass heat, I don't blame him. Because it wasn't really his decision. We kind of just didn't want to bother him, and apparently that upset him.
Apparently,
but anyway,
it bothered him.
that bothered him by us not wanting to bother him. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We enjoy it as always. We're glad to be here in the booth. We're glad to finally be back for the podcast, and we will see you guys next week.
Next time, hopefully next week. Yet. We're about to have to rename this the NARAS Weekly-ish podcast. So
but anyway, we will see you guys next week.
Hopefully. All right. Bye.